The growth of India is remarkable. It's a remarkable country, but it also has remarkable problems that we have addressed in these last 2 days at the Paralegal Conference. We focused on the importance of land and how it affects people's life. It's a sign of their dignity, it's a sign of their humanness, and we want to protect that, and we want to improve the situation that they face on a day-to-day basis. Whether you're in the rural villages or forest land, people are affected by the fact that they don't have clear title and possession to the land that they work. And often they don't have the basic information in order to know how to go about changing their situation. And so they live in a very precarious and vulnerable situation. The conference these past 2 days, with the encouragement of the Minister, Jairam Ramesh, has been very important for the next steps forward in order to be able to resolve some of these issues that have been identified. We know that there's a way to resolve them. We know that it will take many hours of work. We know that it will take ministries of the government working together. It will take people at the grassroots level working together. It will take communities coming together and being well informed of their rights, but also their responsibilities that they have towards land. But this is something that we saw in these 2 days is possible. Today's Hyderabad Declaration gives us the footprint for how to move forward. I think one of the most encouraging signs is what we have renamed paralegals. Maya Mitra is a word that means justice friend, someone who comes alongside and provides information and knowledge, but also is there as another person, as someone who cares and who wants to help the person resolve their land rights. This is very encouraging for me, for the organization, but it also should be encouraging for the people that we seek to serve. And we thank everyone for their participation and look forward to the next steps in walking together.
I hope that the next times we have to maintain the contacts with different organizations that work in this issue to organize the other events to talk with the same point, and each time to work more and more on how we can concrete different strategies to incorporate the paralegals at the different levels in different countries as important tool to solve the land problems and other rural conflicts that the community needs the support of the paralegals.
It's a very enthusiastic and educative session what we went through, and I could hear to the great speakers like Jairam Ramesh Garu and our CM and many more speakers even from out of India, and it was a very great experience. Importance of paralegals helping poor to get their lands back and helping them to retrieve their lost lands or alienated lands is very important, and their role is really great.
Tribal land rights are violated by powerful individuals, the state, corporates and various other agencies. Tribals are therefore completely alienated from the existing legal system where they don't perceive to get any justice at all. Paralegals from their own community can to some extent bridge the gap between the tribals and the legal system. This can provide a little space for articulation of their problem and getting some relief from the legal system, providing there is the requisite political will and cooperation coming from the state agency, institutional support, and also support from committed lawyers. Some of these ideas were discussed in this conference over the 2 days.
I'm very honored to have this opportunity to come to the conference and learn the experience of India in providing legal aid services for the poor farmers through a network of paralegals. In China, we don't have paralegals networks in China, but from this conference I've learned a lot of useful experience from the presenters and speakers, and I bring back many useful information and experience from this conference.
This 2-day paralegal workshop has been a very energizing and at the same time a learning experience for me, and the lessons from various other participants would prove very useful, where we could replicate or even use their insights into our functioning, and at the same time our functionings could be incorporated by them on the issue of land rights and women.
This 2-day international conference on paralegal services helping the people in resolving the land right disputes and land right related problems is a wonderful experience, wherein we could share the ideas from different people coming from different walks of life, ranging from Union Minister for Rural Development, Mr. Jairam Ramesh, to the ordinary student of law, learning law in an ordinary traditional law college of Andhra Pradesh. People working on land rights at different places, the rural areas, remote parts of this country, this state, come over to the meeting place, and they went on sharing their experiences. They were coming over with their own suggestions, and in fact their ideas, their suggestions have been equally important, as important as the viewpoints of Union Minister Jairam Ramesh, Chief Minister Kiran Kumar Reddy, Revenue Minister Raghuveer Reddy, and several other persons, which include the galaxy of personalities like Justice L. Narasimha Reddy, Judge Andhra Pradesh High Court, Justice S. Muralidhar, Judge Delhi High Court. In fact, they have told us what is the size of this problem, what is the significance of this problem, what is the importance of land, and how the land is revered as part of life, part of human being, part of everything which makes life a real life.
We have come here and known what the meaning of a paralegal is actually, and many other related aspects, like what is the actual problem faced by poor people right now in our country regarding their land rights mainly, and what is all the problems that are posed in different dimensions, and what can all be the probable solutions, and how far can a paralegal exactly work in this.
Now the training seminar has been organized here. It helps us to train the tribals and to educate the educated youth to function as paralegals in their areas, and which will benefit the tribals to get their lands back.
Empowerment is about ensuring that law and policy are not just in the books or in the high courts, but that they are on the farm, in the street, within the grasp of every person. And the community paralegal is a powerful bridge for making that vision come true, for realizing that ideal of legal empowerment. So I leave here with a feeling of hope, and I am excited to see this work carried forward.
Well, the 2-day conference has been a very lively one, an interactive one, and it has helped us all in knowing what the actual rural problems are regarding land issues.
Yes, I think for the last 2 days, I think we are discussing various land issues, particularly how to protect the land rights of poor people, and for that, what could be the role of legal and paralegal support system that we have in this country, or what can be done about it. This is broadly the theme. In fact, some of the discussions that took place yesterday and today are very useful in the sense. One thing is that it is a sensitization process. Many people may not know what it is all about. At least some people will know what it is all about. And secondly, how to know also what are the problems that are there, particularly in the land sector, the real land issues, both in tribal and non-tribal areas, and then how to deal with various different types of situations.
So we have organized this conference in collaboration with Nalsar University of Law, basically to highlight the paralegal initiatives across the globe, what they're doing, what are the lessons learned, and design a blueprint which can help in scaling up the paralegal initiative across the country. It is very fortunate that the Minister for Rural Development, Mr. Jairam Ramesh, was here in the conference and made an announcement saying that he would take a decision to scale up the paralegal initiative at least in 10 more states in coming 1 or 2 years, so that there is a hope that poor people in this at least 10 states can now hope of some kind of relief by taking help from the paralegals. I am happy to share that after 2 days of intensive deliberations, where all the senior bureaucrats from different state governments and central government, policy makers, activists, NGO people, and a lot of even people working in different political parties, everybody joined hands together, and they have come out with a resolution, and we are calling it as Hyderabad Paralegal Declaration, with a focused actionable points, which includes to have a paralegal at least one per mandal or one per block, to have a paralegal service center established at least one in a block, so that there is a physical space available for the poor to approach. And the second, a very key message from this conference is that we have to have a system where we make use of the services of the law students.